At Bizzilo, we are passionate about simplifying business. Our journey began with a vision to revolutionize how businesses manage their day-to-day operations. We pride ourselves on offering an intuitive, innovative, and user-centric solution that empowers businesses to excel. In this video, we would like to walk you through the Bizzilo portal for running your business. We'll cover everything step by step, breaking down to all the features and configurations. It is important to set up a store first because the store details could make a difference in selling a product. For example, the state where the store is located determines which taxation method, either CGST or IGST, is used in further processes of selling. Additionally, the store address appears on your invoices, bills, and orders. To access stores, go to Settings and then Stores in the left menu. Existing stores can be found here as a list. You can view the created store details by clicking on the store name in the list. After viewing, you can also edit the store details by clicking the edit icon available on the store page list. You can create an online or brick-and-mortar store based on your business type. To add a new store, select the Add New icon. Select store type online or offline, commonly brick-and-mortar. Fill out the basic details, the store name, URL for online stores, phone number, and GSTIN number if available, followed by the address details including zip code, city, country, and state. You can also choose to add bank details and contact person details by checking the respective options. When adding bank details, enter the account name, number, choose the account type, provide the bank name, branch code, IBAN, and SWIFT number. When adding contact details, enter the first name, last name, designation, email, phone, and fax. You can choose to show stocks online to enable the stocks in a particular store to appear online. Then save store. Once the store is added, it will be included in the list of stores seen on the stores page, and you can view or edit it from the list. A warehouse is a facility where inventory goods are stored before they are sold. Businesses can have multiple warehouses in various locations. When creating orders, you have the option to select the warehouse from which to dispatch, sales, or receive, purchase, stock. Additionally, you can issue transfer orders to facilitate inventory transfers between warehouses. In Bizzilo, when a store is created, a default warehouse is automatically generated and linked to it for stock management. Additionally, depending on the subscription plans, users can create additional warehouses and associate them with stores. To create a new warehouse in Bizzilo, go to Inventory and then Warehouses. Click Add icon in top right. Fill in the warehouse form as follows. First, specify the location code, example, CHE for Chennai, followed by a description. Next, select the store for mapping from the drop-down menu. Add address details including zip code, city, country, and state. You can include a primary contact person's name, designation, and contact information. Create a warehouse structure to optimize space for efficient storage. The following storage levels can be configured, each with a one-character level code for warehouse labels. Floor for floor storage optimization. Racks for vertical storage. Aisles for movement and retrieval facilitation. Bins for organizing smaller items. Finally, click Save to capture the details. To input storage details based on the configured levels, go to Inventory, then Warehouses. Open the warehouse requiring storage detail addition or editing. Download the storage template to add new details. Our example template after editing storage details. Save the template to your device. Then browse again and upload. After uploading storage details, the user can print the labels. Click Print Labels to obtain A3 PDF labels. You can configure the bin position using up or down arrows before printing labels. Print from preferred print vendors. The dashboard is the first thing you will see when you log in to your Bizzilo account. It will give you a clear picture of the financial health of your business. Let us have a look at the various sections in the dashboard. Income and expenses. The income and expense section displays the total income and the total expenses of your organization. Total income. This displays the amount received through sales transactions and bank deposits. Total expenses. This displays the amount spent through purchases, transactions, and bank withdrawals. You can customize the income and expenses graph based on the previous year, this fiscal year, and the last 12 months. By clicking the drop-down in the top right corner of the graph. Select the range. Product details. Low stock items, number of items that have fallen below their reorder point and needs to be restocked. All categories, total number of item groups in your inventory. All items, total number of items in your inventory, including the variance in every group. Combo items, number of combos created so far. Active items, the percentage of items that are active. Sales activity. To be packed, number of items that are to be packed by the packing team to ship. To be shipped, number of items packed and pending pickup by logistics partner. To be delivered, number of packages in transit. To be invoiced, number of orders that are pending invoice creation post-confirmation. Total payables. The total payables section displays the amount of money you owe your vendors. This section is divided into two parts. Current, the amount you're yet to pay for purchase transactions that haven't crossed the payment due date. Overdue, the amount you're yet to pay for purchase transactions that have crossed the payment due date. Total receivables. The total receivables section displays the amount your customers owe you. The section is divided into two parts. Current, the amount you're yet to receive for invoices that haven't crossed the payment due date. Overdue, the amount you're yet to receive for invoices that have crossed the payment due date. You can select current or overdue to view the aging details report. Products are the goods or services that you deal with in your business. Whenever you create transactions for your customers or suppliers, you can add these products and their details will be auto-populated. To create a product in Bizzilo, head on to the main dashboard, select Products and then Products again, which navigates us to the Product Management page. This page shows all the list of products already added in as a table. To add a new product, click Add Product icon. This will navigate us to the Add Product page. To start with, fill in the product name. Our example here would be Tom Crayons. The display name fills itself and also can be edited. Next comes the short description where the user can describe the features of the product in short. Long description allows users to provide product features, benefits, and unique selling points. That's where the UI provides us with an HTML editor to write descriptions in a classic way. Moving on, we can select the manufacturer, stock UOM, categories, from the drop-downs, respectively. Then you can enter SKU code, with standard SKU formats, HSN, with standard HSN formats, and barcodes, with standard barcode formats. Heading on to the next panel, adding product photos. Adding high-quality product photos is essential for showcasing your product to your customer for best sale outcome, hence various photos with different angles describing the product could be added. Picture could be added by selecting the image box, and then browse and select from your device, or we have a drag and drop option to add pictures to your product. The first picture is the main picture of the product, so the other pictures could be hovered for best view. Next panel is about taxation. You can choose between taxable and non-taxable options. In India, GST rate for various goods and services is divided into 4 slabs, that is 5% GST, 12% GST, 18% GST, and 28% GST. If you are creating a taxable product, then choose the appropriate tax group in the drop-down. Next panel is about the purchase information like cost price, purchase UOM and supplier. A small feature here is that the total cost price with tax will be displayed right under the cost price, subject to the tax slab selected in the previous panel. Scrolling on, we'll move to sales info, where we fix a selling price, sales UOM, which will reflect while creating a sales order for the same product. Next is compare at price MRP. User can provide a higher price in this field and it appears in strike through so that the buyer would be fascinated at the low cost of the product. The total selling price with tax will be displayed subject to the tax slab selected in the taxation panel, right below the selling price. After which user can also select the allocation method, either FIFO or LIFO, which ID for the warehouse allocation. Next comes the store selection of the product. By selecting the stores, the user decides the sales channel. Both online and offline stores could be added. Selling a product in multiple sales channel is one of the unique selling point of Bizzilo. To make the product available in those channels, the user can select multiple stores created on each channel. Scrolling on to the next panel comes the shipping details. The purpose of these details is to obtain the volumetric weight of the product, which involves in calculations of the shipping cost during deliveries. The height, weight, length, and width details to be entered in millimeter and shipping mode can be specified in the next input. Scrolling on to inventory details, batch and serial number tracking involve assigning each product with a unique identifier. This unique identifier is used to track the product from production to sale. And also user can indicate whether quality check is required or not by selecting or ignoring QC checkbox. Shifting on to track inventory, when user selects the checkbox, it's mandatory to enter opening stock. Managing inventory automatically reduce handling costs, optimize cash flow. Reorder alert and reorder level again is a unique feature that allows the user to stay notified before the stock reaches the reorder level. Moving on to the next part is variant details. To add variants, toggle on variants in the top. Then click Add New button in Variant panel. Then select the required variant attributes. Size, color, material or style are the variant attributes available in Bizzilo. Enter the variant values. For size, the value shall be small, medium, large, etc. Multiple values could be added by pressing Tab. All the variants attributes except the selected one would be listed in table as below. Adding a variant will assume base product as first variant, so it pre-fills the first variant values from base product. User can also edit the barcode and selling price, SKU code, and opening stock in the list against each input. Also, multiple variants could be added by clicking Add New Variants again. After entering all the details of the product, final step is to save the product. The saved product appears on the product table in the product page. The product details could be viewed by clicking product name on the table. The View Product page shows all the details, values, and features entered by the user while creating the product. The View page contains stock info icon in the top right corner, which opens a pop-up with current, sold and available stock. And then the adjustments for the stock could be made by selecting the action icon, enter the necessary changes and reason for changes, and then save. Same will be reflected in stock info. And also, when there is any change required to be done in product details, Bizzilo allows you to edit the product. Select Edit icon either from right corner of the View Product Details page, else select the Edit icon from the table on the product page. The Edit Product page allows you to edit and change all the given details of the product. A new variant could be also added to the product with the Edit Product option. Click Add New Variant from Edit Product page, which navigates user to Add Variant window. Here user can add values variants, name, pricing details, inventory details and product dimensions, and save variant. And then save product by clicking Save button on Edit Product page. In Bizzilo, you can add suppliers or vendors that you deal with in your business. For creating purchase transactions like bills and purchase orders, you'll have to add suppliers or vendors. Centralized supplier information provides reporting and analysis regarding supplier quality, contract compliance, cost savings, and other metrics that can be used to make informed decisions about suppliers. It improves strategic sourcing initiatives and ensures cost performance remains strong over time. To add supplier information in Bizzilo, navigate to Purchases and then Suppliers. From the main dashboard, click the Add New Supplier icon located top right corner of the header. Enter the supplier's name and toggle the status to keep them active in the list. Next, provide the contact details, including phone number and email ID. You can designate a single point of contact from your store or back office team for the supplier using the drop-down menu. Moving on to general details, select the payment terms that outline the conditions for payment of goods or services, including payment timeframe, early payment discounts, and late payment penalties. Common terms include net 30 days and 2/10, net 30, offering discounts for early payment and specifying payment due dates. Then, choose the GST treatment and indicate the type of GST treatment associated with the supplier, registered or unregistered. Provide the country, state, and currency details, which are essential for calculating GST, CGST or IGST tax details, when creating a PO. Specify whether the supplier is taxable or tax-exempted. For a GST-registered supplier, GSTIN is mandatory. And the user can also enter the PAN number for accounting purposes. Enter the website URL of the supplier and select the preferred portal language if the supplier opts to access the Bizzilo portal. Scrolling to the next panel reveals the billing details, including first name, last name, phone, address, zip code, city, country, and state. All details to be entered by the user, followed by the shipping details. If both details are the same, the user can simply check the box, indicating the same as the billing address. The supplier contact person can be added here. Click the Add New Contact button, leading to a pop-up window where contact person details such as first name, last name, phone, designation, email, and department can be entered. The user can also add a new address for the supplier contact details by clicking the Add New Address link or selecting from existing addresses in the drop-down menu and assigning it to the contact person. Moving to the next panel, bank details for the supplier can be added, including account name, number, type, bank name, branch, IBAN, and SWIFT number, which may be useful when creating payments under bills. Select the preferred payment mode of the supplier from the drop-down options include cash, check, NEFT, etc. Based on the terms with the supplier, choose whether advance payable is yes or no. If the supplier has a minimum order value requirement, enter the value here. When creating a PO for this supplier, validation will be applied against this value. Incoterms can be set for the supplier in the provided field, along with the INCO place. The final step is to click the Save button. The supplier is saved. To view or edit supplier information in Bizzilo, navigate to Purchases and then Suppliers. You will find a list of suppliers. To view a supplier, simply click on their name. To edit a supplier, click on the edit icon located at the end of the row. The cost of an item can vary based on the supplier and any applicable discounts. By maintaining supplier prices and discount information, the system can accurately retrieve the unit cost of an item when creating a purchase order. The supplier pricing module solves this use case. To create a product pricing for a supplier, navigate to Purchase and then Supplier Pricing. To create a new entry, click on the Add New Supplier Pricing icon. Begin typing the supplier's name. Once you have entered at least 3 characters, you can select the name from the autocomplete drop-down. After selecting the supplier, add a product sold by that supplier. Set the cost price in the next field. Optionally, provide a description of the pricing in the description field. Specify the lead time, which refers to the time it takes for the supplier company to have goods ready for delivery. The product's purchase unit of measure will be pre-filled when the product is selected. You can change it by selecting an alternative UOM from the menu. Set the minimum order quantity for the particular product from the supplier. If applicable, define order multiples. For example, if a product like a mobile phone is sold in boxes of 4 pieces, the order multiples should be set to 4 to streamline procurement. Optionally, fill in a reference number. Toggle the status to activate the pricing for the respective product and supplier. Scroll down to the price list section. Here, you can establish tiered pricing or bulk discounts. Click the Add New button to create a new row. Specify the quantity range and corresponding prices. Rows can also be deleted using the delete icon. Finally, save the supplier pricing. This ensures that the pricing is visible when creating a purchase order for the specific product and supplier. To view and edit supplier pricing information in Bizzilo, you will find a list of supplier pricing info stored in the database. To edit a supplier pricing entry, click on the edit icon located at the end of the row. A purchase order is an official document that a buyer issues to a seller indicating information about the items they want to buy, their quantities, and their prices. Let's see how purchase orders work in Bizzilo. It also provides information about the buyer and the seller, including contact information and payment terms. To create a purchase order, navigate to Purchase, then Purchase Orders. Click Add icon. You can select the store or warehouse for which the purchase order is to be raised. You can select the warehouse to which the PO has to be delivered. You can select the vendor from the active supplier list to whom the PO is to be made. The default contact person will be pre-filled, however, the user can also change the contact person using the drop-down. Default ship from address will be pre-filled, however, the user can also change it using the drop-down which populates the mapped address for the chosen contact. Users can add a reference number from quote if required. PO date and expected delivery date would be pre-filled with current dates, however, the user can edit the PO date as with before dates, where a warning will also be indicated, and expected delivery dates with after dates. When the supplier is selected, the payment term gets pre-filled, however, the user can change it. Click and select from the drop-down menu. Scrolling on comes the product line. The product could be searched and selected by entering the first characters of the product name. When the product is added to the PO line item, the system first checks if there is an entry for that product against the supplier in supplier pricing. If yes, it pre-fills details like UOM, price, and quantity. It also does validation against MOQ, order multiples, min order value, supplier, quantity-based pricing if applicable. If there is no entry in supplier pricing, then the system pre-fills data from the product catalog. However, the user can edit each and change the values, making sure all validations pass. Summary details show the calculations of subtotal discounts plus GST. GST is applied, either CGST or IGST, based on the supplier and store/warehouse locations. Discounts applied can be changed before or after tax by clicking the discount applied in the summary. Based on all the mentioned conditions, the total amount is calculated. Additional remarks can be added to the supplier in the remarks field. Finally, save the PO by clicking Save. By default, the PO status will be set to draft. By default, payment status will be set to Not Paid. To view PO, simply click on their name. To edit a PO, click on the Edit icon located at the end of the row. To approve purchase order, open the relevant purchase orders. You will see the tick/reject icon at the top for all POs in draft status. Click the appropriate icon to approve or reject. Download or print or mail a purchase order. Open the relevant purchase orders. Click the PDF download icon to download the purchase order. You can choose to print the purchase order. As well, you can mail the purchase order to the contact person by clicking Send Email. The Goods Received Note, GRN, is a bilateral document confirming the delivery of goods from a supplier and their receipt by the customer. When a customer places a purchase order, the supplier is responsible for fulfilling it according to the contract terms. Upon delivery, the customer provides 3 copies of the delivery note to the department requesting the supplies, keeps one for the finance department, and gives one to the supplier. All 3 parties verify the delivery details before granting authorization. The Goods Received Note serves as confirmation that the order has been successfully delivered, received, and meets the satisfaction of all involved parties. In Bizzilo, a Goods Received Note, GRN, can be created from various transactions, including purchase orders, POs generated when goods or services are ordered from a supplier. External stock transfers, used to transfer goods between different locations or warehouses within the same organization. Purchase returns, generated when goods are returned to a supplier due to issues such as defects or overstock. Sales returns, generated when items are sent back to a store or seller, typically due to defects or a change of mind by the buyer. Replenishment orders, used to restock inventory levels based on predefined thresholds or reorder points. To initiate a Goods Received Note, GRN. Go to Purchase, then choose GRN. Click the Add icon in the top right corner. GRN creation in Bizzilo varies based on the GRN type. For purchase order GRNs, select the relevant purchase order, PO, by searching and selecting it. Note, GRNs can only be created against approved purchase orders. Details like store or warehouse, vendor, contact, shipped address, and received by are auto-updated based on the selected PO. For purchase return GRNs, choose the purchase return, PR, by searching and selecting it. Select the store or warehouse from the list and proceed to receive the goods. For sales return GRNs, search and select the sales return, SR. Choose the warehouse or store from the list and proceed to receive the goods. The following steps are common for all types of GRN. Complete details like AWB or transport reference number, transport date, delivery note, delivery note date, supplier invoice number, and supplier invoice date. The product line is pre-filled based on the PO. Edit the DC quantity, delivery challenge quantity, if necessary. The received quantity is also pre-filled but can be edited by the user. It should not exceed the PO quantity already received against the same line item of the same purchase order. After entering details for all items, click Receive Goods. Proceed to quality check, QC. Mention the accepted and rejected quantities during QC. Accepted quantity plus rejected quantity should equal the received quantity. And click QC Done. By default, Bizzilo moves goods to the selected warehouse based on default storage settings. However, users can edit storage settings by clicking the edit icon in the product line. For serial-controlled products, enter each serial number along with accepted or rejected flags. And storage details. Quantity is always 1. For batch-controlled products, input batch numbers, accepted or rejected quantities against each batch, and storage combinations. For serial and batch-controlled products, input batch numbers and serial number, along with accepted or rejected flags and storage details. For regular products, directly enter storage details and quantities. Use shortcuts to specify quantities per bin and pre-fill the table for faster data entry. Click Move Goods to confirm goods received and moved to the designated warehouse, completing the GRN process. By default, status gets updated to moved when GRN is successfully created. The GRN created could be viewed by clicking on the GRN number in the GRN table. Hovering between GRN, purchase order, and purchase bills is a special feature of Bizzilo. In View GRN page, the right side panel displays the link for purchase order and purchase bills against the selected GRN. Likewise, in View PO page, when user selects a PO, all the GRNs created and purchase bills generated against the particular PO is displayed. User can select the link to view each. Moving back to View GRN page, the user can update payment details by clicking the payment icon. This navigates us to the pop-up. Here user needs to enter payment mode, and select the option from the list, then amount and transaction ID and save, and after that the status of GRN would be updated as paid. Purchase bills can also be viewed by selecting Payables, then click Purchase Bill. The list of bills appears in this module. User can click the desired purchase bill number to view the same. The user can approve or reject the purchase bills using the tick or reject icon in top right of purchase bills, and download or save purchase bills using download icon. In Bizzilo, you can add customers that you deal with in your business. For creating transactions like sale estimate, sale orders, and sale invoice, you'll have to add customers. To add customers' information in Bizzilo, navigate to Sales, then Customers. Click the Add New Customer icon located in the header top right corner. Proceed to the Create Customer form. Select the type of customer, individual or business. For individuals, fields like GST treatment, GSTIN are not required. Enter the customer's name. Next, provide the contact details, including phone number and email ID. You can designate a single point of contact from your store or back office team for the customer using the drop-down menu. Toggle the status to keep them active in the list. Provide the country, state, and currency details, which are essential for calculating GST, either CGST or IGST, in tax details when creating a sales estimate or sales order. Select the payment terms that outline the conditions for payment of goods or services, including payment timeframe, early payment discounts, and late payment penalties. Common terms include net 30 days and 2/10, net 30, offering discounts for early payment and specifying payment due dates. Then, choose the GST treatment. Indicate the type of GST treatment associated with the customer, registered or unregistered. Specify whether the customer is taxable or tax exempted. For a GST-registered customer, GSTIN is mandatory, and the user can also enter the PAN number for accounting purposes. Enter the website URL of the customer and select the preferred portal language if the customer opts to access the Bizzilo portal. Scrolling to the next panel reveals the billing details, including first name, last name, phone, address, zip code, city, country, state, all details to be entered by the user, followed by the shipping details. If both details are the same, the user can simply check the box, indicating the same as the billing address. The customer contact person can be added here. Click the Add New Contact button, leading to a pop-up window where contact person details such as first name, last name, phone, designation, email, and department can be entered. The user can also add a new address for the customer contact details by clicking the Add New Address link or selecting from existing addresses in the drop-down menu and assigning it to the contact person. Moving to the next panel, bank details for the customer can be added, including account name, number, type, bank name, branch, IBAN, and SWIFT number, which may be useful when creating payments under bills. Select the preferred payment mode of the customer. From the drop-down options include cash, check, NEFT, etc. Based on the terms with the customer, choose whether advance payable is yes or no. User can set minimum order value for each customer here. Incoterms, a set of internationally recognized rules defining seller and buyer responsibilities in export transactions, can be set for the supplier in the provided field, along with the INCO place. The final step is to click the Save button. Once the mandatory fields are filled in with appropriate data, the supplier is saved. To view or edit customer information in Bizzilo, navigate to Sales and then Customers. You will find a list of customers stored in the database. To edit a customer, click on the Edit icon located at the end of the row. Edit page with necessary changes, and then Save page. To view a customer, simply click on their name. A sales order is a formal document sent to customers, confirming the details and prices of a sale. It's usually prepared after a quote has been accepted and the items are prepared for shipping or delivery. In Bizzilo, the sales order process proceeds as outlined below. Begin by creating a sales order, specifying the items for sale along with their prices. Save the order as a draft. Once the details are confirmed, finalize the sales order to change its status to confirmed. You can now generate a sales order in Bizzilo with these steps. Navigate to Sales and Sales Orders. Click on the Add New button located in the top right corner. Bizzilo supports different types of sales order. In-store. Door delivery for which address is mandatory. Store pickup for which store has to be selected. And field sales. The sales order date is automatically set to the current date, although users can select previous dates with a warning prompt. Choose the store name from the predefined list. Then search and select the customer if already added. Alternatively, new customers can be added by clicking the Add icon, which opens a pop-up menu with all customer fields from the Customer Management page. Fill in the required fields and save the customer to add them to the sales order. If only one address exists in the customer profile, it is automatically filled in the billing and shipping address fields. For door delivery orders, otherwise, select the respective customer address. The payment term is automatically filled based on the selected customer, but users can edit and select from the list. Salesperson will be pre-filled based on the logged-in person, however you can also edit the salesperson from the list. Next comes adding items to a sales order. Products can be searched and selected by entering the first few characters of the product name. When a product is added to the product line, the UOM, price, and tax are pre-filled from the product catalog. The order quantity can be entered by the user, ensuring it meets the minimum order quantity if specified. Discounts can be applied at a line level either as a % or flat value. The total amount is computed upon adding the product, applying discounts, or adjusting the quantity. The summary details display the subtotal, discounts, and GST, with GST applied based on customer and store locations and type of order. Discounts applied can be adjusted before or after tax by clicking Apply Before Tax/Apply After Tax in the Summary section. Adjustments are automatically applied to round down to the nearest whole number. The total amount, post-tax and discounts, is calculated and displayed. Additional remarks shall be added in the Remarks field. Finally, save the SO by clicking Save. Choose between Save as Draft to create a draft or Save and Print to immediately confirm the order and print the same. To view a sales order, navigate to Sales then Sales Order. You will find a list of SOs stored in the database. To view a sales order, simply click on their ID or ref number. To edit a sales order, click on the Edit icon located at the end of the row. Only draft orders can be edited. The user can ASLO print or download sales invoice in View Sales Order page. Click Download icon to download sales invoice. Click Print icon to print sales invoice. Also, the user can receive payment using Payment icon in the same panel. Click Payment icon, which navigates to a pop-up containing payment information, payment mode, amount, and transaction ID. Click Confirm to receive payment against sales invoice. For door delivery sales orders, the user can also create shipment details for the same. Navigate to Settings and then Sales Order. Select the concerned door delivery sales order. In the View page, scroll down to Shipping Details panel and click Shipment icon. This shows a pop-up window where the warehouse recommendations are listed. The user could select the appropriate option and confirm. Unit of measurement, UOM, is used across various transactions to measure products. All products will have a standard UOM assigned to them. This forms the basis for cost/pricing computations and for recording transactions such as purchase orders, goods receipts, sales orders, stock transfers, etc. There are various functions of the UOM module, such as UOM class management, UOM master, UOM conversion, STD conversions, product-dependent UOM conversion. When a new customer is onboarded, the default set of UOM classes, conversions will be configured by the system. However, you can also create your own if required. Navigate to Settings, then Units from Dashboard. Unit of measure, UOM, classes represent groups of units of measure with similar characteristics. Creating unit of measure, classes, is the first step in unit of measure management. Each unit of measure you define must belong to a unit of measure class. Each class has a base unit of measure. The base unit of measure is used to perform conversions between units of measure in the class. For this reason, the base unit of measure should be representative of the other units of measure in the class, and generally one of the smaller units. To define a unit of measure class, click UOM class. Click Add icon. Enter a unique name for the class and its description. Save your work. To make a unit of measure class inactive, select the UOM class and toggle its status as inactive. Unit of measurement, UOM, is the master data used to distinctly measure goods/services. This measurement is used across transactions such as procurement, inventory management, sales, etc. No transactions can be processed for goods/services without a valid UOM. Prerequisites. You must define at least one unit of measure class. See Defining unit of measure classes. For reference. To define a unit of measure, click Add New. Enter a unique name for the unit of measure and provide a description. Enter a unique abbreviation for the unit of measure with a maximum length of 3 characters. Save your work. To delete a unit of measure, You cannot delete existing units of measure if they are already used in UOM conversions. You must define a conversion between two units of measure before you can assign the unit of measure to a product or item in catalog. There are two types of conversions. Standard are universal conversions, example dozen to PCS, km to m, etc. Item-specific are conversions specific to a particular product. They can be created after adding a product or item. Transactions are performed in the unit of measure you specify. To define a standard conversion for any item, navigate to the Standard Conversions tab. Click Add New. Enter the details. Enter the conversion factor by which the unit of measure is equivalent to the base unit of measure established for this class. Save your work. To make a unit of measure inactive, select the UOM and toggle the status to inactive. To define a conversion for a specific item within a unit of measure class, interclass, navigate to the Item Conversions tab. Click Add New. Enter an item. Enter a unit of measure. Select the source and destination base unit of measure from same class. Enter the conversion factor by which the unit of measure is equivalent to the base unit of measure established for this class. Save your work. To define a conversion for a specific item between unit of measure classes, interclass, navigate to the Item Conversions tab. Click Add New. Select an item. Select the source and destination base unit of measure from different class. Enter the conversion factor by which the source base unit is equivalent to the destination base unit. For example, if 1 ml in source base unit is equivalent to 1 gr in destination base unit, hence the conversion factor is 1. Save your work. To make a unit of measure conversion inactive, select the conversion and toggle the status to inactive. As of this date, you can no longer use the unit of measure conversion.